I'm gonna give it a little bit of time because it is so early in the morning. If don't nobody um get if ever people are asleep, I get it. It's a mm, technically Tuesday morning, but if um, people aren't awake, I get it because I'm coming here. I just wanted to kind of give y'all the update on. Uh, Remember, I told y'all I was doing a concert, and then these amazing people came and hola, hola. This is going to be short. This will be something that maybe most people will catch on the playback. I just wanted to come here and memorialize it while I'm still in real time. I'm actually running late. This is going to be short because I'm so exhausted. Today was a full day, and I did a concert, spoke to an attorney, went live once. Then I ended up linking up with the people who came to my show. Hola, beautiful. Uh, Linking up with the people who came to my show in my front lawn, and so what they do is they. This is what's so ironic. So God told me go out there and sing now. God always tells me stuff like that, but I and I'm always thinking, okay, if there is no if for no other reason just to please God, that's good enough. But um it felt like there was a reason, so I went out there and then everything kicked off the way it kicked off. And then after I went live with you all, greetings from Mexico. Yes. Yes. Um, so I just took a phone call from Mexico. Literally. That's what took I would have been here sooner because I left the party a little bit, maybe, I don't know. Well, that phone call was about 2 hours long, so 2 hours ago. But I still said I wanted to go live before I went to bed, just to kind of give you guys, let you know how it went. So first of all, they come to my show and then come to find out what their job is, because I got a clear understanding of what their job is. What their job is they travel the country at music festivals, and they're a vendor. They travel across the country, just everywhere. They were like, "Yeah, you should come work for us. You would love it." So I feel like if I really want that job, I could probably have it. She was like, "Yeah, you definitely could come work with us. The only thing is, because the person who's the boss was also there. So she got to meet me and the whole team. They're like, yeah, we're like a fan. It's just crazy how God is giving me these options because it's almost like these options are checking off different boxes. What it doesn't check off is, see, it gives me different things because the church allows for me to use my gifts to service. This allows for me to serve and put myself in a position to network to use my gift because they were like, we always network. She's an artist. This person does this person does that. And when you come to these festivals, it's literally ripe for opportunity. Once we get our work done, you can, and I thought to myself, what are you cooking up, God? Because they mentioned it to me multiple times. You should come work with us. We don't want, like, they were so, it was like I wasn't coming looking for a job, but I was offered a job. Um, and they welcomed me in and sent fed me because they were like, please come. They treated me like a superstar. It was like, it was genuine, and it was just like sitting in a home, and then they feeding me like, oh, eat, please. Yeah, like, do you need a knife? Let me cut your steak. Like, it just felt like I was living in a movie. Then the one girl was like, oh my God, you are so amazing. Like, you are a star. She was just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Her spirit, who she is. She pulls out her phone. Remember I told you I wanted to put together something with just some of the clips that I have compiled. There's so many of them, but just maybe I don't know how I want to do it. Maybe I'll just put together a few just to start, but definitely that one because that's the most. Well, hold on. So I went because I was like, okay, this is the first time I had an audience like this, so I definitely want to put the footage, pull it from the camera. But when I went to the camera, I'm like, bitch, why is this looking like VHS? And why is it looking like VHS that need to be tuned? And why is it grainy? So you could see them. And at the part where they first came up to me and to speak to me, you could just hear them. And it was like, but you could see them too. But once they sit down, and then that's another part. There's this big, I don't know what you call it, a tree, a bush, whatever. But it's like, I hate cutting down things like that. But I'm like, it's only reason is because it's like literally growing to the point where it's blocking my camera. And for a moment, that was special like that. So anyway, the point is, when I went to the footage, I still saved the clip because it was still a memory that was very special. But I was disappointed that I couldn't get the details that I remembered because I'm like, dang, I thought it would. So anyway, I get to this event at the crib, and turns out they made that into an Airbnb. I knew the person who lived there, but I had never been to his home or inside of his home. And when I went in, um, it was funny because it's the same house, only because it looked like the same layout, only they changed it to make it more modern. I'm like, it's weird. I feel like I'm in my house, just not in my house. And there's different things. Like they made theirs more modern. So they knocked out like the wall here is gone. Behind me, that wall is gone. It's just an open concept type of situation. I think they had like a little island situation. But what I thought was really grimy for the Airbnb is Miss Thing. She have a inflatable hot tub, but she's talking about it's $250 for you to use her for the cleanup. Girl, I can clean the hot tub myself, respectfully. But anyway, so they invited me over. Didn't ask me to bring nothing. She did. The only thing she asked me for was oil to cook or to make the dressing, whatever they were going to be doing. But I mean, that's nothing. I don't mind that. So do you have any oil? But other than that, come. We're gonna feed you. We're gonna. And the part that I don't want to say I hate it, but the part that is stood out to me in that group, there was one black person who was also awesome because you'll see in the footage once I put the footage out. He was awesome. But what I'm saying is, these people don't know me. They're in Atlanta because they were working an event and they're leaving tomorrow morning. But when they heard me singing, they were moved and they all came out. And when I came to inside the house, everybody, including their boss, who she didn't come outside, but she heard it. She was like, was that a Selena? Like she heard it and she enjoyed it. She was like, and then everybody was talking about. So when people really try to make me feel like I don't have a talent, it's like you can say what you want, but you can't pay for what they did for me. No one made them say that. They voluntarily, oh yes, and it just showed me I do. Why these people are insane to really try to make it like you're never gonna make it. Girl, it's just a moment in time for me. And everybody knows that. Anyone who's going to tell the truth knows for this person, it's not about is the talent, is it there or is it not? Can he make it? Can he not? It's opportunity. Is it there? All it would take is the right moment for this person to pop off. Because, I was telling them about kind of my presence because I was like, let me show you. And they were like, the thing I see right off the bat is you have fans and these people that was what I didn't even get to go into it. When they saw the thumbnails and they knew nothing about me, they couldn't believe it. They were like, is that supposed to be you? They saw one thumbnail had me, they cartooned it to me to be laying in some water and whatever. They were like, girl, you have fans. That's all that. For me seeing this, I know you feel like it's negative, and it is. But the other way to look at this is to other people who aren't you, especially when they meet you and see how you are, and then they come online and see those things. They're not gonna you. So it's like I'm saying, I need to get offline because when people see me in person, they love me, and it's not something that you can pretend. And people can say online all they want to, but you weren't there. I was there. I got invited. Um, and then offered a job. Okay. And the only thing is that, like I said, it would be me having to really not be home a lot of time. Although by the end, anyway, I'm not gonna go there. It was a lot of cool stuff that happened. But hold on. So then the girl was like, "You were so amazing." She was so sweet. "You were so amazing. Oh my God, you just." She pulled out her phone. She was like, "No, let me show you." She was like, I was just couldn't believe that was happening. She said, oh God, I can't believe I forgot this man's name. She was like, I don't think I sound, because they pulled him up. I don't think I sound like him, but I understood their point. In other words, he's a strong vocalist. I'm a strong vocalist. Because they were like, your voice, like the girl, one thing she said, She said so many beautiful things, but one thing she was like, the way how you perform, it sounds so seamless to the song. I see you with the microphone, but it sounded like you weren't singing because I had put an instrumental on because when they came up, I had, they were just like, oh my God, wanting to hand me blunts and wanting to just be kind. And so I temporarily stopped the set. But when I came back to the concert, I came back, I said, we're going to do something different. We're going to mix it up. I said, so then we did some R&B instrumentals. We did some Tracy Chapman. We did a lot and they enjoyed it and they loved it. And they were singing along because when I was freestyling the song, whatever I was saying, I was repeating it that they would know how to say it. So then when I said, let me hear you, they were like, sing. I'm like, and it just felt so grassroots because they were just sitting Indian style in my front yard while I was performing. It was just, oh, but hold on. So she pulls out her phone, and guess what? She recorded them when they first heard me. She recorded them spilling out into the street and getting their life. So even though that footage that I got from my camera caught them coming to my yard and all that, and it was grainy, what she sent was HD. She sent that to my phone. It was HD, and it showed them, and it did sound like a concert. I couldn't believe that's what it sounded like to them because I'm like, wow, I knew that it sounded good, but to hear it, if she was flipping it from them getting their life, and then she would flip it to me like, look at this. This is insane. Oh my God. She brought out it was just crazy to see it. It felt like it was me, but it didn't feel like me because the way they were reacting was like they came to a show and were enjoying. I can't put my finger on it. It was just, and they were genuinely having a good time. I mean, you should see it. And I'm assuming all the men were straight. And you had the most masculine one out there in the middle of the street. It shows me what I do is not gay, Black, it's transcend. I may be Black, I may be gay, but my music is not gay. My music is music. And how I know it's true is if it was music that was only designed for gay, then how come you had Black? Oh, I didn't even tell you that part. Or maybe I did tell you that part. When they came out, then the next thing you know, other people parked their car, hopped out. It was like something I was witnessing. And I'm like, someone else is going to think this is a small thing, but it's really not. Because normally when people like my singing, but you know what they told me, which I think is true. I said, it's funny because we had so much stuff in common. But I was like, it's funny because people want to talk to me. I can see it in their face. But then I also can pick up that for whatever reason, I don't know if it's that are you scared of me? Do you think I'm going to be a nasty person, like a diva? Like you clearly like what I do. You like me, not like me, like you're into me. You like me, like I like that person. But you won't speak to me. The only time I find people have the courage, like, and I hate, it seems so silly to say the courage to talk to someone, but that's how it feels, is when they catch me outside at the gas station and then even then, it's the way how they talk to me. I'm like, because they know who I am. They'll be like, are you the guy who sings out? So sweet. It makes me want to cry because it's like they be talking to me like as if what? Why are you as it so like genuine? Are you the guy who sings out front in his line? That's me. I love your singing. Please don't stop. It's real. It's real. Anything I've ever said is all true. Please don't stop. And if I don't, the one thing they will say to me, they may not like pull over and talk to me, but when they will pull over and say something as if too much time went by and I didn't put a show on, then they will say, when's the next show? All ages, old and young. I have this one old man. If I don't dance or perform before long, it's the way and one time a police officer, he wasn't there for me, but he was just parked his car in front of my house. And when he saw the police come out, he parked his car in front of the police and gonna say to me, is everything okay? As if to say, like, okay, what if it wasn't? What was next? But it was the energy. I very rarely feel protected. So it was just the fact that he was going somewhere and he pulled his car over to be like, "Are you good?" Because he ignored the cop and went straight to me like, "Is everything okay?" That may seem like a small thing to someone, but to me it's not because I'm always the person to do that. But that he sees me like this is the singer, this is our neighborhood, like we care about him and I care about him. So are you good? Because if I don't sing, he'll say, "When's the next show?" And it's the way he says it. The way his energy is, he's always very I don't want to say aggressive, that's the wrong word. He's very, is it assertive? I don't know. But it's almost like he's insisting on the show. And anytime he says that to me, it always inspires me to like, you know what, God, okay, I'll do it now. Because it's like, you really enjoy this, don't you? It's just too many examples. But like I said, I'm gonna put together something so y'all can at least see a little bit of what that is. This last thing, I couldn't thank her enough. I'm like, I can't believe you did that. I cannot believe you recorded that. And it just shows what it shows. Her clip shows what my camera never really could because it's not HD like that. You got to see their expressions, the joy, the happiness, that they were in the street and that they were, it was just something to see. And then every time the camera flipped and you can see me at a distance, because from where they were, I was maybe about this big. You can still see me, but you can hear me. And it sounded like a concert. It sounded like what a concert would sound like as you're walking up to it. Like if you were going to a festival and you're getting close so you can hear the music, hearing it on her phone, um, I just, she was like, "That's you." It was just so much love going around. And these people didn't know me. They were only in town. I just, had I wouldn't have caught them then, I never would have caught them. If when God told me to sing, if I would have been like, "But I'm tired, what for?" I literally never would have had that encounter, and it wouldn't have shown me what I saw. It was just freedom. They felt free. Then they started freeing my neighbors because my neighbors wanted to pull their car over and do that. But when they were sitting in my front lawn, they figured it can't be much worse. If they can sit on the lawn, why would it be wrong for me to park my car and get out and sing with him? Because they were, when I did Tracy Chapman, the all my neighbors were singing that with me, sitting on the hood of their car. And it was just like a whole new aspect of the performance came because normally I don't talk to them like that. I don't request for them, sing it with me, sing, help me sing this. Like it was just another area of my performance came out because normally I just do the songs and I might throw something in there if I have a moment to breathe in between, but in general, but today I was like, come on, baby. It was like I was just talking shit in a good way. Like, come on. Cause and these people, the 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 two women that I really connected with, who I connected with them all, but it's just showing me people keep trying to make it like these women are 23. This person's 18. That person is what, 73? I have another lady. I think how old is she? My mother loved this lady's garden. She had a sickening garden. Always kept it up. And she would always, all my life, come through with this stick with a thing on it, with a needle on it or thing. And she would come for the whole neighborhood. Miss Winter, I'm like, good people. I love that lady. Come and clean up the neighborhood. No one ever asked her to do that. She just does it. But anytime she sees me, "Hey, young man, how you doing? You still singing?" Like it's just, I have something. I know how it may look on the surface because of how it may be moving, but faith dictates that you don't go by what you see. Or how they say, lean not on your own understanding. It's very clear. Uh, and if I wouldn't have listened to God when He said, "Get your amp and get your mic and go," I don't know if that job situation would work out. I know that they would be a fun time. I mean, fun group, fun bunch. Uh, but whatever it's going to be, never would have happened had I disobeyed and didn't do what God told me. So the footage was really cool. Then they brought me over. First of all, they were like, "We're gonna send you home with food." Right now, I'm running low on food, and I didn't tell them that, but I just went over there to commune. I figured I would just eat what they provided, and that's that. But they were like, and then it's just so hospitable. We're leaving tomorrow, and we can't take it with us. Why don't you take it? Then you have food. Your family now. This is how they're talking to me. And it was just so many hugs and staying in touch. Got everybody number. Now we're in a group chat. People actually really do love me. It's just I understand what my problem is through childhood into adulthood. It's been a lot of trauma to where it's like how I explained it. Who did I tell this to? It's like when a person who's been sexually assaulted and maybe multiple times, just very viciously, that even when the paramedics or someone who's there to help touch them, it'd be like jumpy because you'd be like still in that mindset. That's where I'm at. It's like I'm undoing that because I'm realizing everybody is not against me. In particular, people who are not online. When I step out into the world, people respect me. And maybe it wasn't always like that because I feel like in the beginning, how my YouTube even started was as a result of me really talking about my, for lack of better words, my encounters, the injustices, different things that will happen. It's like an outlet to really talk about. Hold on a second, fam. Mm. 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 So I receive it, baby. So we're there. We're having great conversation. I'm eating steak. I'm eating this watermelon salad, something that I never would have thought to put together. But then when she made it, it was, I said, this is what happens when you step outside of your comfort zone. You try new food. Um, so let me show you. I haven't unpacked it yet because I just want to show you. And this thing is heavy. This is a full thing that they gave me. They gave me milk and a full thing of orange juice. Did they even open that? And orange juice is one of my favorite things. I'm like, wow. Gave me ketchup, condiments. What is this? Garlic. Italian with garlic and Asiago cheese. Legendary. Ranch. You thinking it's small, but these people didn't have to give me these things. Because they could have just threw it out. It would have been wasteful, but that's an option. They gave me sun-dried tomato pesto. Confirmation. 9:33. That's the wrong time, but they gave me grilled corn. I'm about to eat when I get off of here because this smells amazing now that I'm unpacking. Here's my watermelon salad, which is you can't even get into the details. And when she plated this, it was so pretty. Like, I kid you not. I told her, please take a picture of that for your own sake before you dig into it because it's so pretty how you made that look, and it tastes even better. Okay. Oh, they gave me back. This was my oil that I brought for them. I mean, look at that. They gave me this. This seemed a little too long to be a cucumber. This seemed like something. They gave me rolls, potato buns. They gave me Brooklyn flatbread, 2 count, 4 count. They gave me, this is the steak and the pasta. I just told her, I said, I don't mind, just cram it all in. Because, I had limited Tupperware and I was like, girl, let me just, okay. And then last, but certainly not least, asparagus. They took care of me. And you know what it's giving? It's giving what they said in the Bible. When you travel on the mission for God, when you go to different lands or different places, just come and the rest will happen. We'll give you food, we'll give you the things you need, the provisions will be made. And I feel like because I operated in my gift and I really was free and they were free, and then by them being, it was like it was a chain reaction freedom. I was free, then they felt free because they were so openly free. Then my neighbors felt it was like, and God's reward to me for that was you're gonna have to prepare some spaghetti, and that's gonna be like pretty much like the last kind of like hardcore food stuff. I like ramen and stuff, but that's like where you go when you're out of everything else. And not really. Some people just like ramen. But because I operated in my gift, I met some cool people that I really hope we just really connected. I really hope that, but even if that was the only encounter, it was a beautiful encounter. Some beautiful people who fed me well, sent me home with plenty of food, treated me with respect, loved my gift, and just went on and on and on about it. You are so talented, this, that, and the fourth, and blah, 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 blah. And I can't believe this. And, blah, blah, blah. And then she showed me her friend. She was like, "You think he's cute?" Yeah, he's cute. Very cute. It's like that. And that never happens either. Cause she was like, "Oh my God." Because I'm like, duh, like, of course he's beautiful. You can see that. She's like, "But no, he doesn't feel that way because, that's, whatever the reasons are." And I'm like, really? I'm not saying that she's gonna hook us up. I like, felt that that's what she was actually, because then she called him when I said he was cute. She was like, she texted him, was like, "Oh my God, this was her interpretation." How did she word it? I got it. I forget. I'm making this up because I forget the exact term and I don't want to botch it. But it was something like, I got you a sexy chocolate, whatever she called me. So anyway, when she told him that, and she was just going on and on about me, she was like, "He's probably going to be shy because of what I said, but I'm going to call him." She called him. Girl, I was nervous because I'm like, "Wait, what?" Was expecting that, but I was gonna girl run from a challenge. So I was gonna obviously deal with him, but then he didn't pick up and he was nervous. Whatever, his hair wasn't done. Oh, my hair is on my head. Okay, but beautiful. I'm like, what was he? Puerto Rican? I don't know what he was. Dominican? I don't know what he was. But the point is she's like, yes, he's 6'7". She's like, he's really tall and he's a good man and he has a great job. I'm like, what is happening, God? What are you doing? In my entire life, I never had somebody be this excited to potentially hook me up. In fact, really, I never had nobody really ever try to hook me up. And for the few times, and I say times, I think I can only think of a time. One girl tried to hook me up on a blind date, and I don't want to go there because I'm sure I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. I'm not going to go there. Let's just say, actually, the day I was supposed on that day, I got into a fight just before I went to the date. But I greased my face, so I was with through God's mercy, I was spotless. Because she underestimated me. Well, it was a football. I told y'all about this fight. It was the football star. So after I got into that fight with him, I literally went home. The fight started in front of the house and then it spun up to where that neighbor is, the one who took me to church. And that's where it ended. And then, so that's just two houses over. And then when the fight was over, I washed my face off. I pulled my hair back. I had just got my ears pierced. And through the fight, my earrings, they didn't get ripped out. They just fell out because I don't know. I don't know what the heart be going through my ear, because when I looked and didn't see them, I'm thinking, did my ear get ripped? But when I touched them, I'm like, so I'm just going to guess they just fell out because they were maybe me fighting. I don't know. But they came out. I had my ears re-pierced. But went home, changed, washed my face, went to meet up to the place. Girl. Her heart was in the good place though. And it wasn't even just that. Because I know what you're thinking. No, it wasn't just his look. You're a hood rat. And I just can't move with you. Like I know what I want. And I know I don't want someone who is already making me think I'm gonna have to bail you out of jail, thinking this is Bonnie and Clyde, and I'm serving you, bitch, please. No, I can't even pretend because I don't want you thinking that. I want to be with a man that's gonna have high standards for himself and hold himself to that. Uh-oh, someone just did something, and I'm not even by my phone. Who did that? Thank you. Whoever did that, thank you so much. I know it's one of my angels. But she was like, but her, so okay, the other friend from when I was in high school, she meant well. She just missed the mark. But this girl, she didn't even first tell me like she was gonna try to hook us up. She just said, first, what do you think about him? Do you think he's cute? And I just thought she was asking to see what I thought. I was like, yeah, of course. What do you mean? Of course he's cute. Then she showed me another picture. What about this one? Like, yes. Then a third. And she was like, really? You think he's cute? I was like, yeah, he's beautiful. What's going on? Well, and then I went to that, and then it's like, yeah, he's tall. You would like him. Like, I never had somebody try to genuinely sell somebody to me like that. Like, for real. I'm like, I'm looking at him, and I started to say, I'm looking at him. I don't understand. He has problems. He's 6'7". You say, great job, great personality. And I had to think before I could finish it. I realized, because I had said something earlier to them, where I realized it could be the same thing for this guy. In other words, people see me and it's so weird to be that person who these things happen to, but it's true. They will want to talk to you, but they won't. And I figure, because of whatever the reasons are, I figured this man is attractive, 6'7", good money, sweetheart. They may not know that sweetheart part, but when they see him from the outside, he's looking clean, he got it going on. They're going to be like, I would want to talk to him, but he's going to say, no, I don't feel like being rejected, embarrassed, whatever the thing might be. That was you, baby. Thank you so much. I so appreciate it, sweetheart. I'm so tired. I literally, honestly, I'm not going to keep this too long because it's late here. It's about to be like, I don't fucking know, it's late. But I just wanted to share this moment because I told y'all when I left that I was going to try to catch them. And they received me with open arms and then sent me home with all of this. They didn't even know me. They brought me in to their Airbnb and their alcohol, whatever they had, they offered it. Didn't tell me, oh, don't go for. They were so. I'm like, wow. What? I'm so tired. Girl, I must have did. I was in Rome, so I think we might have did 4 shots, and then I had some wine, and no blunts. Because like I said, that first time I smoked it, and when I say smoke, and honestly, for how I smoked, I wasn't even smoking it. I really just did it to be like, that was their way of, we love what you do, we value it. Like that, the way I see people do things like that, like, oh, do you want to take a hit? It's a respect thing. Like, you earned it. And she even said that herself. Like, but that she felt inspired. And she said, what's keeping me from really going after my dream? When I saw you out there, I had to ask myself, what is keeping me from doing it too? What, like, that was such a powerful thing for her to say to me. My mission and everything like that. For her to say, watching you sing made me want to. It's literally my mission statement. Isn't that what I always say? Whatever your thing is, I want you to find it in art, medicine. And when you see me, see God and what he did to me and for me, to be a testimony and a proof for the people who are seeking. You're okay. Like, you're going to be, if he can pull me out of it, what can he do for you? What can he really do? So I'm exhausted. I just, before I packed all this food up, I just wanted to, number one, come and update y'all what was going on. And then two, show you the hospitality, how they treated me. And I say, I'm gonna, inshallah. I'm so sleepy. I really do need to take myself to bed. I said something, you guys. Don't worry about it. I love you. Whatever time it is, get you some rest. I'm gonna do the same, pack this food up. And inshallah, I'll be coming to you guys in the near future. Okay.